So the first exercises that we're going to go over, we're going to first start with some stretches. To begin, we're going to work on stretching out the wrist. So we want to stretch the wrist extensors. And you're going to grab the top of your hand, arm all the way extended, and including the fingers in this stretch, I want you to bend your wrist down along with your fingers. You're going to hold this stretch for 30 seconds. You're going to do this 2 to 3 times. After you've repeated those 2 to 3 repetitions, you're going to then go into the opposite direction. Again, getting the top of your hand, pulling your wrist back with your fingers. That's important. And you're going to feel this stretch more down onto the bottom. Again, holding the stretch for 30 seconds, 2 to 3 repetitions. Once you've warmed up the wrist, now we're going to stretch out the shoulder a little bit. We're going to do that 2 separate ways. First, we're going to do what's called a towel behind the back internal rotation stretch. And all you need is a towel. And what you're going to do is you're going to drape the towel over your shoulder, and you're going to grab the towel with the shoulder that you want to stretch out. So it's going to look something like this from behind. With the opposite hand, I want you to pull down, raising your thumb up your back, thereby stretching your shoulder. So again, from behind, what would it look like is this: pulling down, dragging the thumb up the middle of your back as far as you can go, holding for 30 seconds, again for 2 to 3 repetitions. Now, if you notice, my thumb's right in the middle of my spine. I don't have it over here, and I don't have it over to the side. You want it right in the middle of your back as you're holding the stretch. Now, another common mistake that people will make is they really want to get it up there, so then their shoulder starts to come forward, and they're not getting a true stretch. So as you're doing this, you need to make sure that you're keeping your shoulder back and everything in line with your body as you're holding on to the stretch. The last stretch that we're going to do is called a cross-body internal rotation stretch, and it's kind of a combination of 2 stretches. What you're going to do is you're going to grab over top, above your elbow, and you're going to pull across your body. Usually most people will stop here, but we're going to add on to it by taking my top forearm and rotating my shoulder down. So again, grabbing the top upper arm right above the elbow across your body, and then rotate the arm down. So here you get a lot better stretch of the posterior cuff muscles, holding for 30 seconds, 2 to 3 repetitions. Now, if this is too difficult for you to do, because it is a little bit more of an advanced stretch, then just move underneath and pull straight across for a pure cross abduction stretch, or adduction. On to the strengthening exercises. Taking a dumbbell, and as with any strengthening exercise, it's important that you start at a light weight that's tolerable. You don't want to go too heavy. It's better to start low and work your way up than pick a weight that's too heavy for you and have it be more than what you can handle. You're going to take the weight with your wrist off the table, and you're going to let it drop down, and you're just going to gradually come up and back down. You want to start at 2 sets, 10 repetitions, and then move up to 3 sets of 10 repetitions. Once that becomes easy, then you can increase the weight and lower the repetitions back to 2 sets of 10 repetitions. So here we're strengthening the wrist extensors. You're then going to turn over to the other side so that we can strengthen the wrist flexors, holding on to the weight, rotating upward and back down again. As before, 2 sets, 10 repetitions, working up to 3 sets of 10 repetitions. Lastly, with the same weight, you want to hold the bottom of the dumbbell, like so. And here we're working more on the rotation of the forearm. It's important with those fore and back swings. And you're going to rotate the dumbbell down so that your palm is up. Hold just for a little bit, and then you're going to rotate so that your palm is down. You want to hold just enough so that you feel a stretch. Somewhere between 5 and 10 seconds is good, and then move back into the other motion. Again, starting at 2 sets, 10 repetitions, moving up to 3 sets, 10 repetitions. Finally, we want to strengthen the rotator cuff. So that same towel you used for the internal rotation stretch, you're going to roll up. So this would be a really good one to do on your serving hand. And here you're going to be lying down on the table. I want you to take that towel and hug it into your body with your upper arm. You're then going to lie on your side all the way down and rotate the weight up and back down with control. Now I'm only rotating my arm. I'm not rolling my body with the exercise, purely from my shoulder. So this is called side lying external rotation. Again, 2 to 3 sets for 10 repetitions. Once you're done with that, you would flip on your other side to do the same arm, but for here we'll just do the other side. And now we'll do side lying internal rotation, and you're just going to curl the weight into your chest and back down. So with these two exercises, we're working both parts of the rotator cuff to internally and externally rotate the shoulder. 2 to 3 sets, 10 repetitions. Now the importance of the towel is so that you're keeping your arm out at about 10 to 15 degrees of abduction. And the importance of that is so that we're maximally using the rotator cuff muscles, specifically the infraspinatus and the supraspinatus.